Hello and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome back to the channel here today, guys, where finally we know our Champions League opponents. It is going to be Barca against Newcastle in the round of 16 stage, but not only that, we now know our route to the final in Budapest. And all today's video is about, well, not all, there's actually other stuff coming up too, but a lot of it is about, have Barca just got an easy draw? That is what people are saying right now. They are celebrating Barca's route. They are celebrating the potential ties that await us. Is it really going to be that easy? That is the topic right here today. That is going to prompt a lot of discussion. But along with that too, we've got to talk about the injury to Frankie De Jong. That is far from ideal. And we do have a big game this weekend in La Liga up against Villarreal. So that is all on the way. Get yourselves comfortable, get yourselves ready, and let's do this. Now, speaking of the big occasion, well, today's video is coming to you courtesy of Manscaped right here today, who really are a very, very big help to the channel, and they do have some phenomenal products right now for you guys to snap up to get yourself in tip-top condition. Because when Manscaped say, man care, you're everywhere, they do mean everywhere. You really can get the full experience right here in terms of grooming yourself. You can do that on Manscaped, guys. And honestly, the products are so reliable, such good quality there. They really do hold up well. They do give you the best experience there. They've got skin-safe technology to give you that smooth shave without any hidden surprises. And like I say, there's just so much there on the website, whether it's hair care, whether it's skin care, whether it's aftershave, whether it's anti-chafing boxers. Manscaped is ticking every single box, guys. If you go across now over to the website and use the code TalkFCB, you will also receive 15% off your order, which also helps the channel, and I really do appreciate it, guys. But indeed, after a long time of waiting, Barca finally know who they're going to be facing in the round of 16 stage. It is going to be Newcastle United, guys. And obviously yesterday, in yesterday's video, if you didn't see it, we did speak at length about Newcastle, about what their season has been like, about what it was like the last time we faced them. So if you want to go and check that out there to get more of an overview on Newcastle, you can. But obviously Barca in that game, they are going to be the big favourites, and that is natural there. Newcastle up against Barca. It's a game that is certainly more favourable to us than what a game against PSG would have been. They are now over the other side of the draw. But let's have a look here at the entire path, the full road to Budapest, understanding every team in the draw, looking at both sides. Because if we first of all focus on the left-hand side of the draw here, which coincidentally is not where Barca ended up, and we have avoided some serious hitters on that side of the draw. You've got Chelsea up against PSG, you've got Galatasaray coming up against Liverpool, you've got a mighty clash there between Real Madrid and Manchester City, and you've got Atalanta up against Bayern. So Barca there, they are now on the opposite side of the draw to PSG, to Chelsea, two teams that we've already lost against this season, to Liverpool, to Real Madrid, to Man City, and to Bayern Munich. Now, when you look at our side of the draw, this is what greets you. This is when we need to decide, is it an easy draw? Is it an easy path for Barca? Because first up we have Newcastle. If we get through that game, we would have either Atletico Madrid or Tottenham. Now remember that Tottenham in the Premier League this season, they are genuinely in a relegation fight. How they finish so far at the Champions League table, I will never know. But yeah, Atletico in that game will be favourites, but at the same time, you can't really rule out Tottenham in the Champions League. But yeah, Tottenham or Atleti. We also have on our side of the draw, Bodo Glimt, who we spoke about yesterday. They are phenomenal. They've been incredible. A breath of fresh air in the Champions League. Write them off at your peril, and Sporting Lisbon as well. Then there's also Bayer Leverkusen against Arsenal, who of course, as it stands right now, they are top of the Premier League, even if they are having a little bit of a wobble in recent weeks. So potentially, guys, looking at the favourites here, you would say between Barca and a Champions League final, it will be Newcastle, it will be likely Atletico Madrid, and then probably it would be Arsenal. Newcastle, Atleti, Arsenal. Is that easy? Is that an easy route to the final? Is that a slam dunk? You know, I've seen people today so far on social media saying, if Barca don't get to the final, Flick should be sacked. People are actually going that far. People believe that this is such an easy draw that if we don't get to the final this time around, get rid of Hansi Flick. Now, I would personally here, guys, and this is just my own opinion, I would take a step back here, because I would look at yesterday's reaction there on the video. We spoke about PSG, we spoke about Newcastle. Now, a lot of Barca fans were terrified at the prospect of facing PSG. A lot of people said, look, we're not ready. Our defensive line could be badly exposed. I am so worried. I am so concerned about the prospect of facing somebody like PSG. So we're scared of a few teams right now. We're not feeling all that confident. And now yet, we get a draw like this and it's, oh, we should be in the final. Can we not recognise here that, first of all, Newcastle are the first threat. We have to get through that there. They're a physical team. They can certainly threaten from set pieces. They have the players as well to get in behind us if our defensive line is not right. The game we played against them at St James's Park, tough place to go. That was close on the day. Newcastle is the first obstacle. Then, if it's Atletico Madrid, can we not just remember here, we lost 4-0 against them, you know, literally a matter of weeks ago. They absolutely destroyed us in their own stadium. And also remember with Atletico Madrid, this is all they can play for. You know, they're not worried about the La Liga title race. They're not in the title race. They don't care about the league. They can fully prioritise maximising the Champions League right here. It's the title that is evaded Diego Simeone. It's one that he would love to win with Atletico Madrid. And they have incredible players. They have a squad who could go far in this competition. That is not an easy game. I'm sorry here. Writing off Atletico Madrid after what they just did to us, that is naive. That would be absolutely stupid. And then if we're saying that Arsenal in the semi-final would be easy, I mean, I don't think that either. I know that Arsenal in recent weeks, like I say, they've had a bit of a wobble. You know, they're not as consistent maybe as they were. But defensively, they're usually so solid. Again, from set pieces, they are a nightmare. Can you imagine Barca trying to defend set pieces against Arsenal? That is not something there that would be easy either. So I don't personally believe that we can look at this draw and think, oh, it's going to be a walk in the park. We have to take every game seriously. We will have to play really, really well. We'll have to be better than we have been to get to the final, guys. Because so far this season, Barca have been inconsistent. Barca have not performed in big games. We cannot just expect to turn up and waltz our way through. And you also cannot forget as well that it may not be the case in the round of 16 stage, but from the quarter-final and then into the semi-final, Barca will play the first legs of those matches at home. We will not be able to rely upon the second leg at the Camp Nou. That will also be a challenge that we have to overcome in the latter stages if we are to get there. Because I will also cast your mind back to last season, when we looked at that draw and we said, okay, we've got Benfica, we've got Dortmund, we've got Inter. There was a feeling then that, oh, we should be in the final. There's no doubt about it. That is the easiest draw that you could get. That is easier than this. We failed to make it then. We were better than we were this season, last season. We must step up. Take nothing for granted. Nobody is an easy draw at this stage of the competition. And that, to be honest, was exactly the message today that Hansi Flick was trying to get across.
No, why? Every game is important, okay, and not easy. It's just Champions League, and Newcastle also have a fantastic team. We saw it in the last games, but also when we play there. So it's not easy. It's so for me, it's always about respect the opponent and. Also for this, everyone wants to reach the final. We also, but I think in Newcastle they also looking for that.
Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Manchester City y Bayern de Múnich.
But do you know also our way against who we can play? Yeah, it's just like that. It's, no, I said before. This is every team who are playing in the Champions League about in this round. You know, it's they have a lot of quality. So in the next we can have Tottenham and Atletico again. So it's like that. For me, we have to play our best football in this moment in the Champions League. So this is what we want to do. It's great to have this opportunity, but at the end we have to play first, and we respect every opponent.
Because I would absolutely agree with everything there that Hansi Flick says. In order to get through, in order to actually achieve the expectations that we have, we've got to deliver. It's no good talking up the team. It's no good saying here, oh, we should do this, we should do that. What we want to see from Barca is the performance level. We want to see a team who delivers on the big occasion, and we will have to do it for now without Frankie De Jong. Let's move on to talk about the injury there that was suffered in training by De Jong. It happened yesterday after I'd already uploaded. That always makes me furious, but yeah, it's a terrible injury to De Jong there. He has a muscle tear that will keep him out for between 5 to 6 weeks of action. Now, what that means immediately is that he's missing big games. Massive, massive games. The second leg of that Copa del Rey fixture against Atletico Madrid, he's obviously out for that. He's out for both legs against Newcastle in the round of 16. He will also miss Atletico Madrid away in La Liga, and he is now very much in a race to be fit for the first leg of a potential quarter-final in the Champions League. That would take place there on either the 7th or the 8th of April. So right now, De Jong will probably be targeting that game, but it does leave a big hole in midfield. You know, we've just gotten Pedri back. We've been waiting for Pedri to come back so we can get the two of them together again. And now De Jong is missing at a vital, vital period. And what I would say right now is, what an opportunity for somebody like Marc Bernal. You know, I think in recent weeks, you know, he's started to appear more and more in this team. His stature, and I think his aura in midfield, it's starting to grow. His influence is starting to grow on this team. And what a chance for him now to gain some momentum, to gain some real prominence, and in big games as well, we are going to start to see what he is made of for sure. And looking at this weekend, guys, we have a very difficult game. You know, I know we've spoken a lot about the Champions League. We've been waiting so long for this, so I was excited to see who we're going to be playing. But we do have a big game this weekend, up against Villarreal. It's the earlier kickoff as well on the Saturday. That can sometimes be a bit of a tricky time for us. They're third in La Liga. They've had such a strong season. They haven't always performed, I would say, against the best of teams. You know, they struggle, I believe, on the big stage, on the big occasion, to sort of replicate what they can do against smaller teams. But look, Villarreal have quality. They have players there who can take chances. If you give them opportunities time and time again, they have players who can take advantage of that. So we do need to be very wary this weekend. We're still in a title race. We're still trying to battle here on all fronts.
When we remember the last match in Villarreal, I think it was a lucky win. We had a lot of ball loss, and they have a fantastic transition game. They had a lot of chances. So at the end, we have to take care about that. That we have to keep the ball, maybe unnecessary mistakes to avoid this, and of course we have to play our game. This is what we want to do.
But guys, please do let me know what you made of that Champions League draw. Let me know what you think about Newcastle first of all, and then the path to the final. Do you believe it's easy? Do you believe here that Barca have gotten an easy draw? Let me know down below. What can we expect from this Champions League campaign? Now, unfortunately, guys, I'm not going to be able to be with you over the weekend. Like I say, some of the days right now are really, really busy. Unfortunately, that just coincided with the weekend. But I will see you all on Monday for a big roundup. Let's hope for a special weekend. And I will catch all of you very soon indeed. Thank you indeed for watching. And a big shout out to Manscaped. But until next time, as always, Veshka, El Barça.